The evening of October 13th, 2023, I decided to play one round of 18-hole par 72 golf by the time I turned 72 years of age. That's 8 years from now. And the morning after that, October 14th, 2023, was the official start of that journey in earnest. And there's a link to that outing below in the comments. Before that day and before this decision to make that commitment, I'd had a few exploratory outings starting in September, about a month before, playing going to the driving range at a little club called Amsteldijk, which is a great training range, about 15 kilometers south of Amsterdam. And it was the first time I'd picked up a club in 20 years. But I got smitten big time. And so I rented clubs and I played a couple rounds of 9 there and so forth. And then I had decided, I said, hey, I'm getting some resonating shots. I feel really good. I'm really enamored with the sport. I decided to budget myself $500 and get a bare minimum set of equipment that I could play legit rounds of 9 or 18. And I'll link to a video about what I acquired there as well. And subsequently played maybe 5 rounds with the secondhand equipment, and I just fell in love, just smitten. It bit me, and perhaps even borderline obsessed. I figured at that point, hey, I'm really into this, really into this, like I never have been in my life before, and let's set an improbable objective, something I never set for myself before when I played a bit back in the past. And I intuitively believe that by setting this, let's say improbable but achievable objective, that other things will come along with that. We'll see. Even if it's just hitting that one round of par 72 golf, I'm going for it. So you may think, big deal, what's that? Or you may think, hey, that's super bold, go for it, dude. Or you may think, how good is that guy at golf? Maybe that's not an objective at all. Well, I'll say that until that day in September 2023, I hadn't picked up, as I said, a golf club in 20 years and didn't have a handicap, never had a handicap. I didn't have a home course, didn't do any regular play, though I will admit that there has been a load of YouTube channel watching. It's extraordinary. That wasn't around 20 years ago. So shout out to Rick Shields, Grant Horvat, Mark Crossfield, Micah Morris, and that whole YouTube championship golf crew. Matt Fryer, good, Golf Mates, Not a Scratch Golfer, Lukey at the Links, Up and Down Golf. Who else? Golf Sidekick. Someday I want to play with you, dude. Marcus Edblad, so many others. It's incredible. I'm a monkey see, monkey do kind of learner. And boy, there is a lot of monkey see for me to monkey do. And so I'm picking pieces of it and going out there and trying it and cobbling together my own game. We'll see how that works. So you can learn a lot on YouTube.
And now you just want to up and drive NASCAR.
That's right.
What do you know about stock car racing?
Well, watched on television, of course.
You've seen it on television?
ESPN. The coverage is excellent. You'd be surprised at how much you can pick up.
I'm sure I would.
So I'm acutely aware that hitting one round of legit par golf is not like the 12 labors of Hercules. It's the one labor of Jim. Though my sense already is that there's going to be a couple labors embedded in that. And I've identified 3 already. And the first one is the physical challenge. I'm in product management. I spend a lot of time on a computer like this. I mean, many hours a day, many days a week. And at this age, I'm getting some hip and leg problems and even shoulder problems and so forth. And so I'll link to videos in the comments as well about what I'm doing about that. But just getting out there and playing golf is actually already helping. So I'm a little bit creaky, and I'm excited about this opportunity for me to actually use this as a forcing function to really improve my physical fitness and resilience. And the second one is probably the one I'm most excited about, which is that mental toughness, that psychological resilience that's necessary to be really good at golf, to reset after every hole and play that lie and not get wrapped around the axle. And that's the one that I'm most excited about, I think, because I feel like that's something that would really benefit me, and I'm keen to dig into that one. And the third one lies in this decision to self-document the journey, I've already found that the biofeedback, just watching my rounds, I'm seeing things in my swing and my mechanics alone that I'm like, well, what the heck is that? And I'll point those out in future videos. But just the reconciliation and how you actually balance the logistics of doing the video production with the golf game, the mental process of moving back and forth those two mental spaces has been a challenge. And the post-production work is super creative, and I love it. So I'm really excited about that challenge as well. So even before 20 years ago, I mean, I was not a big golfer. When I last touched golf, my history before that was super spotty. I mean, when I was a kid, I played a few times with my dad, but he wasn't a golfer. And my Uncle Tom, when he came into town, he was a golfer, but he was rarely in town. And in college, I played a bit with my buddies in the summers, always with borrowed clubs. And then in my late 30s, my mid-late 30s and my early 40s, I did get into it a bit in Los Angeles with colleagues and friends, and I learned a lot from the better players that I played with. I even eventually joined a club called Mountain Gate, which was infamously built on a landfill, and so it was emblematic of my game, which was pretty much trash. I was at best a bogey golfer. I mean, that was a stretch. I don't think I ever broke 90, and I think I did in my mind, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. And breaking 100 was a big deal. So, but I guess I could have spent them. I could have afforded to take training, go to camps, etc., but I didn't. Whether that was priorities or hubris, I don't know. But and there was no YouTube to find exemplary golfers on. So, yeah, that was 20 years ago. So my history with golf, I'm not a good golfer. I'm a very average golfer. But I know how to swing a club, and I have pretty good monkey see, monkey do ability. So we'll see where we get. So here I am 20 years later, and after canceling my Mountain Gate membership and literally walking away from the club and my clubs, probably still at Mountain Gate, like Snake Plissken escaped from LA. And I figured, be bold and mighty forces will come to your aid. And I've been thinking about golf more and more over the last few years, and finally pulled the trigger a bit over a month ago. And even if my physicality wasn't what it used to be, bold seems prudent for a lot of reasons right now, and fun. So I'm excited about actually doing this. And I'm curious if there's other folks out there. I mean, I'm doing this to document my own journey for my family and friends and so forth, but if there are others that are on a similar journey, hey, reach out. Let's take that journey together. So off I go. Till my next video.